Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Today we are talking with Anna Romanenko. She is instructor of Neurographica and aesthetic coach. She is my partner at Neurographic Academy, and we wanted you to hear her story. Hi, Anna.
Hello, everyone. It makes me really laugh about my story. It will be not enough an hour.
Right. Yes, we will try to make it as much as interesting, so you will learn a lot. I think you're such an interesting person, and I was very happy to meet you last year. Besides being an instructor of Neurographica and aesthetic coach, you are also instructor of Kalamni, which is an energetic healing method. You're also a Reiki master, a wood carver, and probably many, many more things that I don't know about. So can you tell us how did you come to know Neurographica, and why are you now teaching Neurographica?
So Neurographica came to my life very unexpectedly. It's not something that I was looking for, but when you're ready, the method is just coming to your life, no matter what. And I was visiting my hometown in Russia, and a friend of mine, my classmate from high school, said, like, I want to show you something. I don't know how it's working. I don't know why it's working, but it does magic, and you need to learn and see if it resonates with you. So she just showed me on a napkin in a coffee shop, and she said, like, if you do these simple steps, you can transform your perception of life. And I was hooked immediately. It was so simple. There was no much challenges to do it. It's you don't need much materials. You don't need much time or collect or group of people to do it. Like, you don't need any talents, definitely. So it can be messy. It can be very spontaneous. At the same time, it's empowered me somehow, and I loved it, and I started doing it. And for 2 years I was just doing the same exercise as she showed me. I played with this. I tried to find my own meaning in the process, and because I was already at the time a big fan of systemic constellation, family constellations, but I was facilitator of those constellations. So I applied the Neurographica to what I learned about constellations, and it's fit perfectly for me. Later, when I realized that there is a institute in Russia that is teaching how to be instructor, and that Neurographica is more than just algorithm lifting inner constraints. There are much more exercises and background behind it. I signed up for the instructor level, but it took me 2 years just working on my own without much support. And it was a beautiful journey. Wherever I go, wherever I traveled, I always had a small notepad, some pencils, some markers, and it was enough for me to find comfort inside of me without really trying to find people who will comfort me, to find resources, external resources. Everything was available for me inside. And of course, there were some coincidences that other people can consider, but magic happened. People start coming to in my life, situations, opportunities, and it was a very beautiful, simple and colorful journey. So I really believe that I can draw anything in my life, and how it really was unfolding. later when I learned to be instructor, I was surprised that even that simplified, very minimal knowledge that I had before was enough already to transform very something inside of me. And I just did a lot of drawing. I did like hundreds of drawings, some of them very simplified, very small, big ones. As an instructor, I had more understanding and was able to attune for specific needs those exercises and the method itself. So it's already like for 4 years I'm drawing, actively drawing and teaching. In 2020, I don't know, maybe 1,000 drawings I made during all these classes that I'm teaching, and additionally to this, on my own journey.
So for 2 years, you were just drawing the first algorithm of lifting inner constraints, right?
Yes.
And now you're doing it, yeah, in the
for
basic.
other people, it maybe doesn't need so much, but I was very intense when the Neurographica came in my life. There was a lot of shifts in my personal life, in my spiritual approach to the life, and I felt so intense inside. So it took me 2 years just peel off all this intensity, relax myself, let go stuff. uh, I, I was unable to process deeper understanding until I just cracked the shell. So it took me 2 years really to process it.
Okay, so for 2 years. And now you're teaching this algorithm of lifting inner constraint in the basic user course, correct?
Basic user course. We teach specialist level if you want to use the Neurographica for profession. And we teach all algorithms of Neurographica, additional 8 algorithms. Each of them are beautiful and unique in its own way. So yeah, I'm teaching a lot.
Yes, you're teaching a lot. And what exactly is aesthetic coach?
Aesthetic coach helps you to look at your situation as a visual, like you have a visual approach to the situation. You look at it and see, is it balanced? Is it harmonized, or what you need to use, like aesthetically, how you can adjust your drawing, adjust your situation to balance energies, to balance resources, to balance yourself, find the peace inside of you. So it's really a very clear and visual approach. And there is a different algorithms that we use for coaching in most cases. But for me, everything that I do, everything that I teach has this part of coaching. We always ask questions. We always ask, how do you feel? Any reactions? Some
Thank you. And
aspects of it.
when you see other people who are drawing Neuroart, why do you think they should? You were drawing for 2 years without any education in Neurographica. So why do you think people should they need to go to and study with you the basic user course, or can they draw for 2 years just Neuroart?
So first of all, I have to say honestly, it's better to draw somehow than do not draw at all. So this is, I'm big fan. Like if you want to draw, just keep drawing, and at some point it will be give you some progress and release the tension that you have. But basic user course is helping you to understand the meaning of some of the elements, see, recognize at which level is the stuckness, because sometimes we have this belief that we're stuck because we don't have enough resources around us, that environment does not support us, the community does not support us. And in neurographic drawing, it's very clear to recognize that stuckness is actually not an environment. Its stuckness is because you don't recognize your internal conflicts. And it helps you to uh, be aware of such things, and without don't spend time blaming something else in your life, and just go deeper and deeper in yourself and find resources and find harmony faster. It's definitely a huge progress was for me when I signed up for the basic user course. I don't think that the 2 years was wasting, because I developed something different during that process, but it was much faster progress when I signed up for the basic user course, for the specialist course, for sure.
Thank you. And can I ask you also about this other, what you did before Neurographica? You are a columnist instructor. You teach this beautiful energetic method. Can you tell us about this method a little bit?
So about 7 years ago, I started feeling energies. I'm very pragmatic person. I'm very logical person. I have two technical master degrees in economics and in computer science. There was no energy in my concept, but electricity. And when I start feeling some sensations in my body, in my arms, in my hands, uh, it starts scaring me, because there was no logical explanation. There was no understanding how it's turned on and turned off. So I started looking for some methods which can explain me how to
How did
deal
this
with this.
happen? You started feeling energy, like impulses in your hand? When did this happen?
Like buzzing in my fingers. I was working as a senior tax advisor in a big company, and I worked with people, with a lot of stressed people. If you know the taxation, it's a sensitive topic for many of us, and people open up during the sessions, tax preparation. At least my clients are open up, and I start noticing that my energy in fingers starts buzzing when some of the clients show up. Not everyone, but some of them. And during the conversation, during the interview, I find out that they got sick, like diagnosed with some cancer or something else. And it was so intense and spontaneous. Like I've seen the logic, why is it activated, but I did not know how it's activated and what should I do with this and how I can do it. So it took me a couple months just really accept the fact that something is going on in my hands. And when I after client left and I was on my lunch break, I was like really like trying to just look at my hands. What is turning on you? Tell me. And one of my colleague approached me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know, I have this weird buzzing in my hands and I don't know what to do. And she's like, oh, you just need to learn Reiki. Like nothing really to do about it. Like everybody has it. And it's like, tell me more about Reiki. Where can I find it? And it's like, I just Google. There is always like level 1 and 2 you can find somewhere. Like I was learning in Portland, you can find it in Seattle. And I was like, okay. And I start do my research and I sign up for the course. And it was like, first of all, it was such a relief that I am not crazy. That it's okay to feel energy in your hands, and it's like a big burden and relief that yes, it's energy, and it's just different energy. It's not electricity, but has a different sensations. So I learned Reiki level 1, level 2. I become master Reiki, and I was quite happy. I started practicing with my friends, and they had sensations and I had sensations, and everybody was satisfied because everybody felt this energy. And but later another method was introduced to me, and I was very skeptical. Like, why should I learn something new when I have already
Right.
working? And friend of mine's like, you just try it, it's different. And the situation was turned this way, that I was not forced, but I was guided to this method. And it was such a clear signs in the air that like you need to try it. And I become practitioner first. I become instructor. I translated this method from English to Russian. It's not very common or promoted as Reiki, but it's mm, to say at least as effective, or at least as a profound experience for me. Um, it's saying nothing because it has a like Reiki is already, it's a beautiful method, and I have a huge gratitude to it. But we going through from the original person
Source.
who channeled this method to us till my teacher. There was a what 10, at least 10 people in the middle, and everyone has their own filters and their own approach to this. When we're talking about calumny, uh, I had I had a chance to communicate with the person who channeled this. She wasn't my teacher, but I talked to her on the phone, and I've seen her and I listened to her, like some videos. And my teacher is her teacher. So
Disciple.
there was only one person in the middle between me and it helps me to really take the clean, very pure essence of the knowledge. I have the access to the transcripts of her channeling without any additions, and it's a very profound experience. Just see how this transmission, how this channeling is going on. This is the very rare opportunities, and I cherish it a lot. And that's why I'm teaching this method as well, because I feel the effectiveness, I feel the purity of it. So
It's wonderful. Yes, I had experienced it from you, and it was um, very deep healing. Thank you. Do you want to tell some stories about what you have? Or
it's hard to explain something when you haven't tried it. So what is different, again, it's we always learn from the comparison something and one method to another. And I had an opportunity and privilege to be practicing both methods, Reiki and calumny. For me, calumny is very gentle. We're working with etheric field, so we do not touch body, but we channel the light from us. We are connecting to the source and connecting to the uh, very high vibrations, and we channel it, and so we become very intense vessel of light. And when you have your own glowing and your own vibrations around you, you have your own light. But it can be some exhausted, it can be some tiredness or blockages in your body that prevent your shyness. So we bring this external light to area where you need it the most and activate it. Just moving your hands over it. Oh, like I'm moving and I feel like it's getting warmer and warmer. So I bring external light to activate the light that you have inside of you. So the fraction between two etheric fields creates the heat, creates the energy and new higher vibrations that will be sucked in eventually and adjusting your body. Your body is very flexible. It's easier to work with etheric field than with your body, because etheric field helps you to prevent some of the sensations in your body. It always happens in your on different level. Body is just a reflection what is going on different levels. So if you changing vibrations on your etheric field or mental or emotional field, it will be affecting your body, and it's usually it works very fast and very effective. When you're changing and you force the body to change and has nothing to do, and don't adjust your emotions, don't adjust your mental concepts and your other levels, the body will still suffer. There will be no healing. You need to heal on all those levels, and it's much more effective when you start from here and start and allow it this new vibrations, new healing be adjusted and absorbed in your body compared to what you have compared to if you start working from body to approach higher levels.
So do you think the healing cannot happen if you don't change your way of thinking, the mental states as well? Or is it just an etheric body needs to change?
I've seen many times, and I was talking with different healers and shamans. So, I'm really, sometimes it feels like my life is very magical because I meet these people. It looks like I live in a Harry Potter movie because they all the time around us. Oh yes, I'm shaman. Oh yes, we can do this and that. Like nobody turned water and wine, but it's still be working with energies. And when I talk to experienced, very experienced one, they say like it takes them to shift the energy, to shift the vibration very fast. It takes seconds. But to shift mental concepts in people, it takes years. And this is where the healing happens, because we cannot change the body if we believe the body is sick. It's the shift is on different level, and when you change your perceptions to yourself, perceptions to your reality, you can change the reality. And the Neurographica is really helping to make this shift. It's helping to look at your reality as the system and take some responsibility and freedom at the same time, adjusting it. So it's there is no coincidences what came to you. So as a healer, I really needed to have a method to help people change their beliefs in themselves, like, and
So
it's
Neurographica, you use Neurographica, you teach people Neurographica so they can change their beliefs, and with this they're healing themselves. And where do the calumny come when, if people use Neurographica, do they also need to help of any other, not just calumny, but Reiki or other energetics? Does it have a place with Neurographica?
oh yes, we have I know I don't practice it, but I see some instructors really combine the Reiki and Neurographica and do some exercises related to it. I feel that if you are powerful enough to create a sickness in your body, you are powerful enough to heal it. You just change a little bit. Oh, it's the same energy. You just see how you can transform it, and you have this ability. Everyone has this ability. You We have this multiple opportunities to try different methods only because many people realize that they can do the healing, and everyone has their own approach to it. And it can be even more because we are unique. We have a different and unique um, powers, goals, abilities, and you can adjust and create your own healing method. Um,
As a combination from what
there's a
you have
combination
experienced.
of your skills. So,
Mhm.
and it will be tuned specifically for you. You just need to trust yourself that you're capable of doing it. So.
Right, right. And in this case, people will not need to go to other healers. They will be healing themselves. And
I'm one of my dreams that everyone will recognize their own healing potential. And we very often mistaken that the healing and psychic are different. Healer doesn't have to be seeing future. It doesn't have to understand and communicate with your ancestors. The healer just needs to be translucent enough to channel the energy from higher vibrations. That's it. And bring this energy to places, to situations, whatever needs it. And it doesn't really depends on your sensitivity. It doesn't depends how sensitive do I feel anything or not. If you allow yourself, just say like, okay, I'm ready, let go my ego, and I will be uh, translucent enough to take whatever is there for me, you will be able to heal yourself, and you will be able to heal people around you just because you will vibrate on different level. So
you mean translucent, not to have any blocks or judgments or?
translucent from your expectations, how it should look, how this healing should look. Like we have okay, if you are powerful, mighty psychic, you need to tell me what's happening in 1,000 years, or start walking on the water. No, it's not about healing. It's different goals we experience from those mighty powers. Uh, and what really makes you feel better if your knee is hurting and you knowing what is going on in 1,000 years? It's really not something to do
Doesn't
about you. How is it
not very
related
useful.
specifically for you? So, and it's if you don't feel anything, how this energy is moving through you, it's actually a blessing to not feel too much. Sometimes energies could be very powerful and overwhelming, and I see very powerful and effective healers who doesn't feel much. I don't feel much. Like I felt some in hands, but uh, because when you ignore the whispers, they start shouting to you like you need to activate, you need to feel it, you need to trust that it's possible. Sometimes we as effective without much sensations, and it's a blessing actually. uh, Instead of feeling all the pain that other people experience, you can support them. When you attuned too much to the pain, it overwhelms you and it distracts you. When you just attuned to, okay, I'm available for you, witness your healing, I am available to bring another source of energy to you. It's actually make the situation more effective and easier for both parties. And be free from your expectations and desire to help. When you come to healer and he said like, I want you to be healed so much, this person wants to heal himself or prove himself something that you will not benefit from. It's okay if your healer is very neutral to you. Like, of course they want to help you, of course they want um, let go your sufferings, but I'm not connected and limited to my perception what the healing is. Because sometimes like I worked with a man, and his suffering was a lot. Like, he suffered from the all this cancer, and he spent basically several years in hospital because there was no cure for him. He just one surgery after another and after another. And I worked distantly with him, like we did 10 sessions, and I was like, tried to help him, like invested my time, invested energy, and worked with him regularly. And after 10 sessions, like I asked, like, do you feel much changes in your body? He said, like, not much that I can recognize, but I ignored my body so long. It's already in so much pain that it's really hard to recognize small adjustments. But I met such a beautiful girl, and we're in a relationship, and like the life is thriving. So maybe it's a different healing that this person is looking for. So we are not changing something that you like you believe you need. The universe knows better, and your subconsciousness knows better what you need. So healing may come in very different forms.
Is it because you are ready to see it and accept it on some level, and then on the other level of the body, if there are so many traumas and you shut down so much, then it's gonna take longer to have changes on the body?
It's so first of all, we're changing vibration inside of the person, and when we changing blockages, it's the body, all those other bodies around us, astral body, the emotional, mental body, they start shifting in vibrational level, and we don't feel it. It's cats are feeling, dogs are feeling, the kids are feeling it, but we cannot really name it. But when you go outside and you start vibrating differently, different people resonate with you, or different people approach you, or the same people but differently start vibrating next to you. We all notice, like with some people it's easier to be, and it's comfortable. They say nothing, they do nothing, but you just can relax next to them. And other people, they just walk in the room and the whole room is intense.
Yes.
And so we have this vibration. We cannot really name it in most cases, but we have this power. And our reality, when we're working with ourselves, will be adjusted accordingly. So
Yes.
we always
Thank
have to
you.
start from ourselves. If you want
Yes.
to heal the world, the best you can do, heal yourself. And as a healer, again, I'm coming back to the healing and power. As a healer, I don't try to heal. For me, it's an illusion that we can heal somebody. As a healer, the best I can do, relax people, so they start releasing this uh, tension, inner pressure. And when they release it, they start absorb the healing from everything that is around us, from nature, from people, from um, air, from the because we have everything we need right now. We just so um, tunnel
Roman.
vision. We focused on how this healing should look, how this my reality should look, and usually it's shaped by the beliefs of our parents, beliefs of our friends, belief of other people, that we need some time and gentle approach, very gentle approach, to let go those beliefs and allow ourselves to see, oh yes, I have a different why did I stuck that this perception of beauty is that I have to fit in. Maybe it's something different that I want to be experiencing. I want to experience different qualities in man. I want to experience different quality in how my house should look, and how my body should look, and how my children should behave. So it's endless opportunities when you step out of somebody's expectations. But
Yes,
it's a challenge,
it
and
is. It is. And you believe? Do you think that Neurographica is gentle approach to changing those beliefs?
it's the gentlest I've met,
Okay.
because it's, first of all, it makes everything so visual, so that on your drawing you can really see how this energy is moving, where is the stuckness, how I can transform challenges in harmony, all the surroundings from angles to this smooth curves. This is a personal transformation when we clean our dark corners of our soul, of our beliefs, and change them in something very soft, very gentle, very resourceful for yourself. And it's a journey. It takes some time, but we the more I practice healing, the more I practice any other methods. We At the beginning, if you put the word intense, I will be the first to sign up. Intense training, intense retreats, intense methods. I was looking for intense because this intensity was inside of me. And I just needed something to be matching me. But the softer I become, hopefully, the easier and gentler methods become. I start recognizing the beauty in it. And when we try to approach something with very intense force, the first impression is to resist. I want to defend when somebody is pushing healing inside of me. Like if you try to say like I will heal you, I will say like, no way, you are not going to touch me even. So when somebody is approaching you in a gentle way, and it's not just somebody forcing, you approaching yourself in a gentle way. You say like, what can I learn about myself? What can I discover new about myself without, first of all, there is no judgment in Neurographica. We are not grading you. Did you do this drawing all nicely, or did you do it not as beautiful as your neighbor? There is no expectations from the outcome. So everything is as it's supposed to be, you expressing your personality, and you look at it and accept it and find beauty in it. And when you accept it, you first of all realize your own resources in it. We don't want everybody be the same. We are not trying to fit everyone in the same pattern and the same stencil. We want everybody as unique as they meant to be unique. And if you have this some qualities that they scary because they're just too intense, but if you release this intensity and intensity because you ignore them for so long, so when you approach them, when you look at them, find like peel this intensity, you find that it's really the gift. And it's okay. Yes, I am talented. Yes, I am beautiful in my own way. Yes, I am gentle in my way. I have my own discipline. I have my own resources. And from this point, you can grow and you can be somebody very beautiful and unique. And it's hard to be like, don't try to be somebody else. Be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. So it's not my words. It's like Oscar Wilde, I believe, his quote.
Yeah.
So
It's hard in Neurographica to copy somebody. Every drawing, everybody's has their unique style and unique lines, neural lines. So it definitely is a unique method, and everybody. I do notice that people are coming to Neurographica and trying to draw, expecting that they will learn to draw beautiful drawings. What would you say to them?
so Neurographica is not about prettiness. We want everything pretty. And it's okay. Yes, I love pretty things as well. And I want to be pretty as well. But in Neurographica is a transformational method. And it's okay if transformation could be not so pretty. Sometimes we need to find and look at intense things and some ugly things, just to look at them, to acknowledge them. And when you start able to look at them, you start transforming them. So one of my suggestions, like, first of all, don't afraid to ruin your Neurographica drawings. This is from my personal experience. Whenever I thought that, like, okay, so this drawing is I cannot do anything about it. So like there is nothing to lose. You start really creating, you start activating new approach to these things. You find new instruments, you find new levels of creativity in yourself. And some of those drawings that I originally considered ruined become one of my favorites ones. So the drawing on our channel, the YouTube channel, this white sun on the dark background, this one of those ruined drawings that originally I was like, okay, maybe I need to throw it away so nobody will see it. So it's a moment of creativity. It's a moment of freedom from your expectations, and this is what matters the most.
Expectation, freedom of expectations, freedom of patterns, freedom of past condition, past beliefs, and beliefs that are not helping you anymore.
And I know that we have different people. Some of those drawings are so pretty and so gentle and so soft and feminine. Uh, and it's okay to look at them, and it's okay to learn how to do it in your way. But it will be, don't expect that it should be exactly the same. See how you can integrate some gentleness in your drawings. Maybe your gentleness will be with different colors. Maybe it will be with different lines. See how you can use it without trying to be exactly as other people. And in this case, you will be developing your own style, your own personality, because you're activating something inside of you. And it's a resource. Again, you're learning how to find this gentleness inside of you without uh, molding it with your expectation how it should look. So
Looking for the truth inside of you and being authentic to who you are. Thank you. And at the end, would you like to say anything to our students who are looking for your classes? We have the chakra classes coming next month, and we are finishing. Friday will be the fourth class from the communication child, adult, parent.
Again, so these classes that we are teaching on Fridays are a little bit more than just Neurographica. I combine my other skills to, I bring a lot of from the constellation work to it, so we can go on a different level and find the beauty on the paper, how to work with different systems in our beliefs, like because we shape our beliefs based on where we are and what kind of system we belong to. So if you want to go deeper, be our guest. We're really happy. The basic user course I highly recommend to everyone, because we are not just giving you instruments. First of all, we give you 10 principles of Neurographica that we are trying to not limit you. Like, you can do whatever you want, but know the foundation, know the principle that it's built up, that they're very important, and it's give you support, something that you can rely on. Another very important video that we include in our basic user course that never been on our YouTube channel is about pyramid of consciousness. We have multiple levels in what the ultimate goal of Neurographica, where we're going, how we approach it on different levels, that every step of Neurographica has a very important meaning in how it's connected to a level of your subconsciousness. And it's very important to understand. Plus, we give you 4 different instruments how to deal with pretty much everything in your life. Like, basic user course is something that I highly recommend to everyone. Other algorithms, if you want to go deeper, if you want to learn a little bit more about yourself, about Neurographica, but the basic user course is the prerequisite for any other algorithms. And if you, I don't know, like, I'm so proud with the product that we offer. It's a really 8 hours plus 2 pre-recorded videos that we include, and a lot of printouts, presentations that we prepared for you. So if you, it's a lot to cover. And every month with a different group, there are different priorities. We cover the whole material, of course, but there will be, it's interesting how every month different group coming and questions are different, situations are different, and you how beautifully adjustable this instrument to different needs. Some of those topics I would never even consider to work with. And for other people, it's very important. And it's okay, here we are. You just do it differently. You just approach it a little bit differently. And how it's organically adjustable. It's not something that like you need to, okay, let's cut this, like it's the same. You follow the same steps and it's magic is there.
Yes, every time it's yes, it's very good course. Just I only want to say if people want to join the Friday evening classes where you combine other modalities, they don't need to go through the basic user course, but if they want to do the
Highly
specialist,
highly
yes.
encouraged to. It's just easier because when we do the Fridays classes, we already assume that you know some stuff, the basic steps, the basic steps of basic algorithm, that all the surroundings, what it means. We are not talking about foundation. We are going deeper, and it's I know that we're writing that it's a basic skill level, but it's actually like intermediate. So there is something that you need to learn before going there.
Yes, thank you. Great. And anything else at the end, if you want to say?
The only thing that I want to say that keep drawing with whoever, with whatever you want, just keep drawing, because it really helps you to release, let go some of your belief system. Allow yourself to be gentle in your transformations, find the beauty in it, and find the freedom in it as well. So we are always at your service. If you have some questions, we are more than welcome any questions, any comments, and we will be privileged and honored if you trust us to be your guides in this very beautiful and very colorful world of Neurographica.
Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Anna. And thank you everybody for watching. If you like it, please comment and let us know. If you have any questions, we will do more videos to answer any questions.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.